What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Yes, yes. Okay, so this video is going to be about the topic of friends. So I've come to the conclusion that there are 3 reasons why you actually have friends in your life. They could either be real or not real. Number one, God could actually be revealing who they truly are whenever something does happen, right? So that's number one. The second thing is the enemy will actually use those friends to derail your life and the purpose that God actually has for you. And number three, God will use those friends together in order to build you up in Christ so y'all can get close to Christ together. So to start off with number one of how God will actually reveal who they really are, so they could actually be a wolf in sheep's clothing. They won't even be your friend. They'll just be, someone around you just as like a parasite, like you're the host and they're just leeching off of you. Vampires, lack of a better term. So I'll give you this story. So there was this happened 4 or 5 years ago, and this is whenever I was getting elevated. Well, first of all, before I even started getting elevated a little bit, I got broken down to the lowest I've ever been in my life, right? I'm over it now. I'm over it now, but I really got broken down, right? So I started to elevate a little bit, and one of the homies now, he's actually one of my best friends, he said to me like, hey, this person was saying this, that, and the third about you. And I was like, what? And the people who he was revealing, I've known them longer than I knew him at the time, right? Because he's my best friend now. But I was just like, huh? I said, bro, there's just no way. And they were just like, yeah, this, that, and the third about you, because we all work together. And I was getting elevated into a higher position, right? So it confused me, and I didn't understand, because I was saying to myself, how could these people say that, like I'm really close with at the time? We done hung out, I didn't, and all this other stuff. I don't want to go into detail. And y'all are actually tarnishing my name whenever I'm not around because I'm getting elevated to a higher position. So that could either be in a position at work, it could be just in general in life. Whenever you start to do good and whenever you start to get blessings and God is raining down his blessings upon you, not only could he rain down those blessings upon you, but it could also, God will be showing you like, hey, these people that you think that they are your friends, they're not really your friends. And you'll just be like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. That's crazy. Second thing of how the enemy will actually use your friends to derail your life and stop the purpose that God actually has for you. Whenever you start to elevate in the spiritual world, not in the physical world, but in the spiritual world, you automatically alert the enemy of the dark forces on the other side. Be like, wait a minute. He's starting to get too close to God here. We're going to have to brainstorm and come up with a strategic plan to go ahead and derail him so he won't, he can come back down to the level that we want him to, because we don't want him to elevate. I got it. Let's go ahead and send his friends his way so we can get him back on the dark path and on the wide path instead of the narrow path that God actually has for him, right? And then they just be like, we got it. Let's go ahead and send the agents his way, right? So your friends are going to say, come on, man, drink this, smoke this, snort this. No. Nope. No. Absolutely not. Now, whenever someone says, now what you just heard me say was, hey, come on, man, just smoke this, snort this, like come on, like it ain't nothing wrong with it. We're just having fun and blah blah. I've heard it all. People have tried to do that to me multiple times, and you know what? I'm proud to say none of it has worked. I've never gotten high. I've never gotten drunk. I mean, because just logically, it doesn't even make any sense. I'm going to drink something with you, and then I'm not even going to remember the euphoric feeling that I feel whenever I'm drunk and intoxicated, but I am going to remember the headache and the hangover whenever I wake. Oh no. Nope. Huh? Nah, man. And what I hear whenever someone says, "Come on, man, let's let's drink this, let's smoke this, let's do this and that and the third. I hear, hey, I'm ruining my life. I highly suggest that you come and join along with me so we can go ahead and simultaneously, cohesively ruin our lives together. For the time being, perhaps I might get my life on track later on throughout life, but right now I'm just having fun. I think you should have fun with me too. Forget all that God stuff. Forget all that getting close to Christ. You can do that later. You're young, you're free. Come on. That is automatically disrespectful. I have a different way of thinking. You're not going to derail my life. My life, how I am now, it's like a train. Once I start up, ain't no stopping this train. If you are in my way, you are going to get steamrolled over. Not saying that I'm any better than you, because absolutely not. I don't think that. But I'm not going to go into foolishness because I know how the story ends. This isn't anything new. I know what's going to happen whenever I indulge in those activities. I mean, I may have fun for the time being, but what if I don't have fun? What if I'm just like, because, all right, so for example, there was this one time, because I just never liked the concept of smoking, but I always wanted to I was curious about what it was to actually be high. So about 3 years ago, three and a half, 4 years ago, around that time frame, I know that you could, get high off of edibles and whatnot because it's just THC just in like food or whatever. So I was about to actually take some edibles and God was like, "No, you ain't." I was just like, "Oh, sorry about that, God." But honestly, I believe God is actually, throughout my entire life, he's actually protected me, just from getting any sort of intoxicated, because every single time that I'm like close to doing it or whatever, even though it was only that one time, he automatically just stopped it and halted it automatically. And I just, no. And my friends have tried to get me, multiple friends of mine have tried to get me drunk, and I say, yeah, good luck. I've always said that to them, good luck, because it's just not me, and there's nothing wrong with that. So whenever you are on this walk with Christ, stuff like that, what I just said, how I said, yeah, I don't drink, I don't smoke. Let me just go ahead and get it out the way. I'm corny, I'm whack. Let's not forget, I'm a traitor to my race. I'm an Uncle Tom. I'm all those things, bruh. I'm all those things. And you know what? I win, bro. I'm gonna win. Bro. Yo. I'm gonna win. I'm not gonna lose. Like I said, my life is a train. I'm not gonna stop. I'm going to go towards victory. I'm not gonna stop. I'm going to head towards righteousness, because that's what I look forward to every day. If you look at the community tab posts, every single day, I think about the millennium. I think about this every single day, and I think about the rewards. So if I have to, lose in this life, even though some things I don't like to lose at, but, like stuff like that, if I had to lose at that and lose out on friends and having fun and whatever these goofy terminologies that like the worldly people like to do, then hey, I guess I'll lose, man. James chapter 4 verses 4, a friendship with the world is an enemy of God. I'd rather be a friend of God, because I'm trying to win. I'm trying to accumulate as many rewards as possible. I'm trying to hear, very well, my good and faithful servant. That's what I'm trying to hear. I don't want to have all these temporary blessings that don't bring anything in the long run anyways. That is a foolish mindset and something that I'm not going to subscribe to. I'm not going to go along with that philosophy because it's just dumb. It's just dumb in the end. And that may label me, like I said, corny, whack, all those things. Yep, I'm all those things. And at the same time, I really don't care, because majority of the people that I've like met in my life, not saying that, that there's anything wrong with them in that I hate them or something, because I honestly don't. But I believe that there's a time that these people are going to come into your life, and there's just a time that you just got to let them go. God will put them in your life for a certain reason, and depending upon you, you are going to have to determine how long you want these people to be in your life and just hold you on, and like I said, just be a leech and a parasite to your life and just suck all what the purpose that God actually has for your life. That's not going to be me. I'm not going to let you suck. No. You ain't doing that to me. The third and final reason is that your true friends are actually going to help you grow in Christ. Those who are Christians and God that actually places those people in your life, they're actually going to elevate with you with Christ, because this is a narrow walk here. So the people who you think that are going to be around in the long term, unfortunately, for a lot of people, they're not going to be there, unfortunately. It sucks to say that, but with the world that we live in and how people are literally dwindling as Christians and going away from Christ, you're just going to be alone. True Christians, at least. You might have some, lukewarm, like a whole bunch of lukewarms around you. That will definitely happen. But those who are actually following towards Christ, it sucks to say, but you're not really going to have that many people. For those who do have a lot of people that are actually true Christians around them, hey, more to you. That's actually fantastic. But I know for a majority of the people, I would say about 70% of the people, if not more, not really going to have that many people actually around you in the physical. You might have them, digitally and everything, because I have a whole bunch of people like because I don't know y'all see me all the time every single week, but I don't see y'all. So there could be somebody who's watching me that is actually waiting for me to mess up and just whatever and like comment and troll. There's been a whole bunch of people who did that, like even on my TikTok. Like they thought that I said something wrong and they tried to troll me, but what they said, it was completely irrelevant to the video. I'm not even gonna get into that, but there are not gonna be that many people around you who confess themselves to be as Christians, because their actions will speak louder than their words. I know plenty of Christians who call themselves Christians online, but whenever that let's just say like the gay pride thing, the Roe v. Wade thing, and any sort of debauchery that comes out, they are right along with it. Whenever our God is on this side, and just be like, wait a minute here. You say you're a Christian? That's righteous judgment, by the way. Just for people who say, oh, you can't judge me. Yeah, that's not true. Righteous judgment. Not hypocritical judgment, or not me condemning you saying, oh, you're going to go to hell, and acting as the judge, which is God the Father. He is the judge. I'm not the judge, but I can bestow upon righteous judgment. So you really have to distinguish who is your actual friend, and you have to distinguish between those three things that I said, whether if they are just coming to derail your life and knock off your purpose that God actually has for you, the people who God is actually revealing to you, who are actually wolf in sheep's clothing as friends, or are they going to help you grow in Christ? You have to determine which three of those people are in your lives that you call as your friends. And if you're not a Christian and you're watching this video and you just have a whole bunch of non-Christians around you, not saying that you can't convert them if you decide to become a Christian, because God can work in mysterious ways. Just look what he did with Paul in the Bible, how he killed thousands of Christians, hundreds if not thousands of Christians, before he actually started speaking the truth, and then wrote most of the New Testament in the canon Bible that we have today. So be very wary and cautious of who you actually call your friend, because unfortunately, not everyone is your friend.